Welcome back to an exciting video, and what we are talking about today is the correct way to play the main riff to Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train. So, why am I doing this? Because there's 10 billion videos about this very thing. I'm going to tell you why, and this will probably be the shortest video I ever do, so enjoy it. Because this will not be long at all. Because we're only doing the main riff of the song. And before we get started, do not forget about the Trace Taylor Great Guitar giveaway. I have a video up on my YouTube channel, and yes, you can win this guitar. All you have to do is watch the video for the information on how to get registered for it and start clicking buttons and watching videos. So here we go. A while back, I actually saw a video from Fender, of all people in the world, on how to play Crazy Train, and they did it exactly incorrect. What they did was this. Again. Anybody who knows how to play anything on a guitar knows that that is unbelievably incorrect. And I was kind of shocked at how many views this video actually had of people watching this. And of course, there was a bazillion comments on, man, this is 100% incorrect also. So most people in the world that have a brain play Crazy Train like this. And of course, I'm slowing it down for the obvious reason. Again, like this. And for the most part, that is correct. But if you are playing it that way, then unfortunately, you're playing the right chords and the right progression, but you're not playing it correctly. If you listen to the record and you listen closely, there is something missing when you play it like this. What is missing is this and that. What am I talking about? So actually, and like I said, listen to the record and you can hear it on there. It is definitive that this note is being played. And I've yet to see anybody play it this way. And I'm sure somebody on YouTube has done a video on how to play it and has done this. I have yet to find that video. But granted, I do not go looking for videos on how to play Crazy Train correctly. But this is actually how you play the main riff in Crazy Train. And you can hear that note sitting on top. This is without the note, with the note, without the note, with the note. Now, I'm not going to do tablatures and everything on this because chances are, if you're watching this, you know how to play Crazy Train. But all you have to do is, when you start off on that A, when you go down a half step, you invert fingers 1 and 2, take your pinky and reach down and grab the first string at the 7th fret. Then you slide this entire shape down 1 full step. And now the pinky is resting on the first string, 5th fret. Then you go back to your A. So that is actually how it is played. And like I said, you can hear it definitively. If you listen to the record, you can hear that note sitting on top, singing, because that note actually makes a very big difference in how the song sounds. As opposed to this, as opposed to this. that just sounds much, much better. It gives the song a better sense of the chord moving down, of the chord stepping down with that extra little note on top. So, and like I said, this is probably the shortest video I will ever do, but I had to do this because I came across that Fender video again not too long ago, and it's just been driving me crazy ever since I saw that. And I thought, man, I just can't believe all the people who are watching this thinking that is how you play Crazy Train. Now, granted, like I said, there are 10,000 videos on how to play this, but I have not seen one. I've not looked for one either, but I have seen a lot of videos on Crazy Train, on how to play Crazy Train. And this is actually the correct way to play Crazy Train. Now, real quick before I wrap this up, this is actually going to be tough if you're not used to making these kind of chord shapes. It is not easy the first time you sit down to start making these, because most people have a tendency to make chords, you know, a certain way. When you're making this particular chord, you can't do this with your hand sideways. And out of all the cover bands I have seen play Crazy Train, every single band I have seen they fret this chord this way. You no longer can do that because A, the pinky can't get to where it needs to be. You have to come across and over. And if you notice, I don't know if you can tell, but I have a very direct path with my fingers directly on, because I've got to get the space under the fretboard. So if I'm trying to fret it like this, I can't quite get my pinky. That is very difficult with your hand tilted sideways like most people play. You have to bring that hand around and approach everything at 90 degrees, and that opens up that space to hit those chords. And if you're not used to playing that way, it's going to be hard at first, because most people play like this and they grab that neck because it gives their hand a sense of home, and it makes it easier for their fingers to figure out where they are at if you are not looking at the fretboard. Well, when you open that hand up, you lose that sense of home, because how you should be playing guitar anyway is like this, with your thumb in the middle on the back of that neck, and not like this. Now, granted, you do this when you're doing big bends, because you got to have something to hang on to when you're doing bends. So you have to grab, because it's really hard to get those big vibratic bends. But when you're playing guitar, when you're soloing and doing all the fun things that us guitar players love to do, you should have your thumb in the middle of that neck, and you should be playing like this. That's how you should be practicing. So, on that note, I'm going to wrap it up right there. I told you this was going to be a crazy, crazy, crazy short video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please hit the bell, hit the share button, let all your friends know, and do not forget about the Trace Taylor Great Guitar Giveaway, which is actually this guitar right here. Now, if you were trying to play along with me and you noticed something sounded different, that is because all my guitars are down a half of step, because everything we play in this world, for my band, we play down a half of step. So that is why it sounds differently like that. But this is the guitar I am giving away, my beautiful Ibanez 1070 PBZ, and it is dead flawless, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So on that note, I'm going to wrap this short video up right there. And like the great Sammy Hagar says, if you miss the beat, you lose the rhythm, and nothing falls into place. And until the next time we get together, which is going to be very, very, very soon, grab that guitar, work on that riff, and work on opening that hand up to make it easier to grab these really odd chord shapes you're not used to doing. And until the next time, practice, practice, practice. Play that guitar like it's the last thing in this world that you've got to do before we all go away. Rock on.